What's up, everybody? How are you? How's it going? Okay, so this is like an art lesson right now. I'm gonna do a lesson on color theory. Every time we run workshops, I ask the kids, "Have you ever taken a color theory workshop?" They always say no. I don't know when they teach color theory in school. They should teach it quickly, right away, at an early age. Okay, so I'm gonna use crayons, and I'm gonna try to make a color wheel. Get a bunch of crayons or colored pencils or markers. Blue, red, yellow, green, purple, pink, orange, black and white. So, okay, just a quick study on this. The main colors, they're called primary colors, are blue, red, and yellow. Right? That pretty much makes up all colors. When you take, let me do this like this. I'm going to try this. When you take blue and red, you actually end up making something like purple. So that's one thing. I didn't even rehearse this. I'm going to try this. When you take yellow and blue, you make green, right? And when you take red and yellow, you make orange. What did I not say yet? When you take, I don't know if I said this already. Blue, it's not really blue here. Blue and yellow, you make green. Did I say that already? I don't even remember. All right, so this is basically the foundation. Oh, and also black, white, and gray mixes with these colors to make light colors. Like for instance, if you take red and white, you get like pink, depending on how much white, lighter pink, how much red. So that's kind of, and if you get, if you take black with, let's see, blue, you're gonna get a really dark blue. So that's how it works. All right, so that's color theory right away. Now, what I want to do right now is kind of just make what I'd like to say is a color wheel. I just have to reach for something there. So you take blue. Yeah, I'll show you what I'm doing. I'm just going to kind of scribble scrabble a bunch of different blues here just to make it look like a regular blue. There's this thing called a color wheel. I don't really know how to make a color wheel, so I'm just going to make a color sort of study. Taking blue, and I'm going to put red over here. Just kind of going to give you the idea. It's really important to know about color because when you make decisions on creating stuff, it's going to be hard to see the yellow. If you have a yellow background and you want something to pop out, you want to put like a purple color near it. This is used in like everything. Like if you watch a movie, sometimes if you're watching like a scene in a movie and you'll see everybody wearing like brown color suits and tan color, and all of a sudden the person walks in like a blue suit, usually the star of the movie, so that person stands out. That's kind of how you use color. So like for instance, here's what I'm going to do. Look, so if I take these, because blue and yellow make green, so I'm going to put green on there. I'm just going to do this for myself to keep it, to always remember the colors. So when I make decisions, I'll show you what I mean in a second. But anyway, get some colors, crayons, and just do something like this so you can kind of understand. So blue and yellow make green. That's how you do that. And yellow and red make orange. So you put orange over here like this, right? It's not really orange, is it? It's kind of orange. Oh, always happens. I'm going to use that point because I like it. This is orange. That was a darker orange. It almost looks red, but see what I'm doing? That's orange. I wanted to do something where I use the orange and the red to make the orange and the yellow and the red to make the orange, but all right, so then you get to a point where like this lighter green would be up here, right? Because it's more yellow, right, like that. I don't really have a blue-green. Actually, I do have a blue-green somewhere. Where is that blue-green? This is kind of like a blue-green. See? So this is like over here somewhere. You're kind of just building your idea how you understand color. And this would be purple. See what I'm doing? That's how it works. And then I don't have like all the different colors, but if I had them all, like this is kind of like a lighter purple that would go sort of like more like in this area, because it's got a little bit of the lighter color. And that's kind of how color theory works. I don't know if it makes sense. I hope it makes sense. And if I had like a light orange, like this is like a light orange up here because it's close to the yellow. See what I'm doing? I'm making a mess of my crayons. That's kind of how it works. And then there's like this is that green, yeah. So you kind of, and it's supposed to be a wheel, but I wasn't going to draw a wheel because I don't have anything to create a wheel with. But then you just kind of use the black and kind of create your own shapes. And you can kind of really start to understand color. I don't know if it makes sense. I just wanted to show you how colors work. Now, oh, there's another thing. So if you look opposite, so purple and yellow, so here's purple, and on the other side is yellow. Here's red, and on the other side is green. Here's blue, and on the other side is orange, because these three colors, so red, let me see if I can do this. Let me make this more red so you really understand it. Yeah, this is like nice red. This is like an oil pastel or something. I don't have one of these for yellow, but you'll see it. You see the yellow? I hope you can see the yellow right there. All right, so when you take yellow and red to make orange, you didn't use blue. My blue is so light as well. You understand? So that's color theory. Watch. All colors come from here. They all go out from these three colors. And of course, blacks and whites, which shade things and everything. But we're not talking about that right now. We're just talking about the idea of yellow, blue, and red. So all the colors you make in painting and drawing and crayon work and printmaking, it all comes from these three colors. So, sort of. I mean, there's more expansive on that, but I'm not going to get into it. This is for you guys. For this young age, this is all you need to know right now. So, red and yellow make orange, and you didn't use blue. So, blue and orange are opposite colors. Not really opposite. They're called complementary colors. It's hard to explain, but I'll get there. And we're going to go through more of these lessons. So, blue and yellow make green. Again, not best green, because I want to make sure you understand it's green. I hope you can see that it's green on the screen. I tried to make a light shining on here, but that's why there's a shadow. Blue and yellow make green, and what didn't get used is the red. So red and green are sort of, for this purpose of this conversation, opposites. Blue and red make purple, and we didn't use yellow. So purple and yellow are sort of like opposites. So if you have, I'm going to use blue and orange because it's a little more understandable. If you take, and I'm going to move this out of here because I need this up here. So now, if I take an orange square, like this, I hope this is on the screen. Can you see that orange square? Except it doesn't look super on the screen. But if I use an orange square, I'm going to use all the different oranges to make sure it really looks orange. And I put next to it a blue square. Right? It really has like a pop between the two of them. Whereas if I put an orange square, now it's going to be a little further away from your eye because I'm closer to me. But if I put an orange square here, and then I took, let's say, red, and I put red here, you see what happens? It almost looks like they're almost the same. You see what I'm doing? This is color theory. So exciting. I love color theory. But look, see how it's very subtle, the change in color? But this one's like, boom, boom. That's color theory. And so when you're creating something, I'm going to try to make this quick. When you're creating something, like let's say you're making, let's stick with the orange and blue for now. Let's just say you're doing a composition of circles. It's orange, don't look orange. You're making a composition of orange circles, right? all different orange circles, ovals. I'm working fast, so forgive me. All right, now, if I took some red and put some red circles there, okay, now see how it looks a little different because the red is popping out a little bit, and I'm also changing the size, which is another conversation, but let's see that? But it's still kind of similar. Now, watch what happens. If I take blue, look at that. You see how that like pops? Because the blue is sitting, your eye is looking at all these orange, and then you see this blue, and all of a sudden it's like, boom! I'm gonna look at those blue circles right now. That's kind of as quickly as I could explain color theory, the way I understand it. But see now I'm trying to kind of balance. This is getting into a longer conversation, which I'm gonna stop right now, because I just wanted to talk about color theory, but you get it, right? You understand? So we went from this to show you the different colors and how they build, talked about blue and orange, and look at how much different they look, and then you have orange and red, and they don't look so much different, and then you make a quick composition with one kind of color, like oranges and reds, and then you hit it with like a blue, and it pops out. Does it make sense? Okay, good. That's color theory. All right, so that's the lesson for now. I'll talk to you guys later. I'll have more to come. We're gonna work on this color idea.